There are a lot of interesting things to talk about. The African Cup of Nations semi-final, and Nana Joan Twang Semenyo, Liam Rossano, won the first game and then against Arsenal in a game that's a London derby. Arsenal for it's Yomodu baby. I think that they want to win a trophy. And it's a game any simple crowd, regardless of the things that Liam Rossano said. But Rich, first 1 minute, wherever Antoine Semenyo has been, any baby, any idea why to give him what he's getting. No? I think it's nice and good to talk about it. And then it was a good display. And I'm just going to touch on the things that on one teammates, any Pep Guardiola, any on one casa have done since the game ended. Yesterday, one of the first things that came up is the record that he had gone to join in it. And it's Antoine has become the first Manchester City player since Emmanuel Adebayo in 2009 to score in each of his opening 2 games for the club. At Bournemouth, about 21 games, 13 goals and assists. As at Manchester City, 2 games, 3 goals and assists. And it tells you how much of a top player we are. Go na Omanjero. For me, that was even much more of an interesting goal than the first one. How an Ojina goalkeeper Nick Pope and then went ahead of him and flicked with his back foot to get a goal. I think it was a very, very interesting one. But the goal where I stand there, just one goal in told because people should just walk through the process of how Antoine Semenyo made that goal happen. Abraham do the wide area, which he came from the blind side of our branch friend Anthony Gordon, because that was the winger that was defending against Antoine. And it is the blind shoulder run. It's a technique that your winger not on your touchline winger or your winger you want to get goals. One of the things that you can add to your game to get that is those blind-sided runs. Usually because around that side, another winger need defender. The fullback are stuck in. Winger now no attack side also be defending. In this case, a branch friend Anthony Gordon. And Antoine stayed on his blind side in the first half, in the first instance of the ball. Then immediately see a ball across me. That is when he was able to accelerate quickly, get in front of him. Because at that point in time, Anthony Gordon, any defender or a winger, he doesn't have the instincts of a defender. But Antoine is in the box and already has the instincts of an attacker or a striker. Got ahead of him with that acceleration, and then he got the very first goal for team friend in Manchester City. And 2 goals Manchester City did win. That result, that decision from VAR was a bizarre decision. Abrante's friend Malik Thiaw and Erling Haaland, they had nothing on the goal. It was a clean goal from Antoine Semenyo. So I don't know why Ava Kokoshe and still decided say the goal should have been chalked off. But congratulations to Union.
Many Jama Brantino.
Oh, yeah.
Many and oh, Cositino. Adian in high year. How about fitting to the Man City team?
Yeah.
Because this is a Ghanaian.
Yeah.
The first Ghanaian Okobo under Pep Guardiola.
Yeah.
And around Tenokoeno. I was watching you as in the say. The performance now the man Bournemouth no. Then you fluke.
No, it was not.
You
know that.
I'm happy for the man.
Yeah. I mean,
for Antoine.
Still early days yet, but I'm confident that how he has started. No,
2 matches.
Yeah.
Now Beshe goal involvement.
Yeah.
I mean, a number 4. So
3 goal involvement.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, I think that there's a lot more to come. He can be very consistent to see that Bernardo Silva Moka, he has settled in nicely. And Pep Guardiola is excited. And another team, about Jeremy Doku on the left, about Antoine Semenyo on the right. Jeremy Doku free model Ryan Cheki by and Antoine Semenyo rather. Ebabeshe right, Ebabeshe left. So it tells you that Antoine's ambipedal ability to be on the left, to be on the right, is a good attribute for him in a game like that. Congratulations to you,
No. Yeah, Bompire said the performance now the Man City Ciano. Between a metaphor to the national team performance. As in Obobo
anyway, different conversation. Mo pesado. He's doing well right now.
The performance, no, it
takes a lot for it takes a lot for you for that to metamorphose in Black Stars GC. Moyo here to metamorphose. And you mo so na mo bompire bim. Akwana should be a career mo so bompire. Ghana for there. And when in social media metamorphose Black Stars metamorphose again. Watching 2 goals. pesa Ghana fo but
I Ghana
mo kra mo se mo pay ni kra ni mo na mo se mo pa for me
yeah we ezi wa fa form
and
yeah say empire ni say the form na wa for abruchi no nyame ya adom ne yakọ World Cup the same form na wa for Bournemouth to City no on for the same air form no Black Stars
for the same form ma that's what that's what the also remember no form remember mo to sing am mo pe which
I do the MG.
I like this picture. Liam Rossonero will go face to face to a very, very difficult manager today.
Rare test.
Yeah. Say, means some okay in the last 2 weeks or 1 week, you know. If anybody's supposed to take him serious, then there isn't a bigger match than Arsenal. Means if you understand what I'm trying to say. Because he said a lot. In fact, even against Arsenal, he said, say, whilst Mikel Arteta has been given time 6 years to do the things that he wants to do, no, he thinks that he has the tools to win now. And if truly, he is worth the talk. Maybe Chelsea will not win the game because they're 2 legs. Maybe Chelsea will not blow Arsenal away. But the performance on the field of play, at the very least, will give Chelsea fans a little bit of a resemblance of, okay, Akwano, we can begin to lower our guard kaka and say that maybe you'll be close to what which Obi anon pe Maresca sem kra. Adeba no more time Maresca no more how well he was able to prepare for this one of big matches. Chelsea Paris Saint-Germain, Chelsea Barcelona, Chelsea Liverpool, Chelsea Arsenal. It's a big game in a Bankwandia. Maresca has something. So is this something that Liam Rossonero will be able to do? And if you listen to all the things that he said, or say, I am a West London boy. I was born down the road from Stamford Bridge in the Wandsworth, so I fully understand the stature of this club. That is Liam Rossonero telling them, say ever Arsenal and Chelsea matches are. On your Chelsea, he's a Manchester United fan, but he was born in London. And yet, Liam Rossonero coming see as most people in London are actually Manchester United fans.
London?
Yeah, that's what Liam said.
I see.
He said, say, Oko Londoner. Most of the London people are actually Manchester United fans. Okay, that was the first time I was hearing. And he mentioned, say, that is why he's also a Manchester United fan. Rich, he needs to show it tonight. But Rich, the team no Chelsea anymore. It's something very, very difficult. And another one, he says Arsenal are good at everything. You manage your 1% to be as a good team to win as many different ways as possible. I don't know who's calling them the set piece FC. I am definitely not saying Arsenal are more than set pieces. In the last few years, which Chelsea and Arsenal, that was Stamford Bridge, 2-2 2023, 1-1 2024, 2025 year trade here, another 1-1 went on in there. Now that is the huge thing. Arsenal are going to be without a friend of Gabriel William Saliba in the game. What we are expecting to see because of the Charlton game at Chelsea boy into Marco Kurabeba back into the team. I'm expecting say on the left hand side it is going to be Chaloba and Fofana, not Bediashe Fofana. Sanchez in post, Gusto. Because Moises Caicedo any game in the Mutino, I expect that he will play a bunch of friend Andre Santos. And for me, that can be the little secret that will be able to force Arsenal and for Chelsea to get something out of the game. Because Sewashe Maresca, no big game, or an extra midfielder in regimes, Eka Caicedo. Then we will push Enzo Fernandez at him. Then gives Cole Palmer the free role to operate. I think that it's another game where Willian Esteval doesn't start. Pedro Neto on the left, Cole Palmer on the right, and Abantia, your friend Liam Delap, and that is the possible lineup that we are seeing. On Arsenal side, I'm expecting Norgard, Gabriel, Lewis Kelly, White, Eze, Merino, Nwaneri, Martinelli, Jesus, and Abantia, friend Noni Madueke at Stamford Bridge. Difficult game.
Who is winning? Goodfellow de Messi da Basisi.
Goodfellow is saying.
I see Chelsea winning No doubt.
Investment can't say me because
I think we've done it on. Oko Bass and out here, so
which I dreamt 2 or 3 days ago.
So then
Chelsea had won this game and Enzo Fernandez has scored.
Hey, good fee.
Make we see this my main
Who did you die? What did you get? The beer me catch was a good feed. What did you especially the wood yak than the video? Who didn't you need Diana to go down so down I can reduce it.
It's like a carry to make out. Enzo Fernandez to score. Chelsea straight win.
Where's Kakran to me now? Chairman.
My got the 10-man a boy.
Oh.
And now I'm here. Was it Lemos in a science student party?
Osaje Kiki.
Oh, Bela, the Stafford Bridge.
Book now.
What's a brother? And any human I think it's a difficult game to predict. I would rather want to watch the game, not too much of prediction. Say, me bet quotes in my boss, and most of the quotes I'm a picky for Sa game either on over 1.5 or under 3.5 or under 4.5.
Not necessarily go for
no. It's just based on that because I think that's going to be a little bit tricky. Which Carrick. I think I've said a lot of things, my 2 piece about Carrick and Manchester United a lot. He did well at Middlesbrough. He has shown that he's a good manager. United need an interim. I'm expecting to see at least he'll be able to stable the ship. And the fact that United don't need Carrick for the long term is good. Steve Holland is going to be his assistant. Gary Southgate as assistant. Former Chelsea assistant. And Robert's not bench for him. I think that's also very good in terms of the backroom staff. And now, I know what it takes to succeed here. And that is good. The fact that he knows Manchester United is a very, very good one for him. And then Alvaro Abarrewa started his first preseason game at Real Madrid, which is very, very good. He go straight to the AFCON. Which the game between Senegal and Sadio Mane, a revival of rivalries. You see, while Sadio Mane and Mohamed Salah were good compatriots and friends at Liverpool, at national team, yes, maybe in the context of the English Premier League, Mohamed Salah is the top of the top. Money will allow that to him. But when it comes to the African terrain, money will feel like this is my home. My son in 2021 at Japan. In the last 2 times that we've met in the knockout stages, I've beaten them and we've won the African Cup of Nations. So we want to win it again. And for me, that is where the whole conversation stems from. How Sadio Mane sees this game and how our friend Mohamed Salah also sees it. Then in the evening, it is whether or not Nigeria will be able to defeat another home side, be very resolute, and then get a job done against the Moroccans. Very, very, very difficult game to look across all places. In the African Cup of Nations, Brahim Diaz, a friend of Victor Osimhen, Mohamed Salah are leading the goal king chart. Osimhen 4 goals, Brahim Diaz 5, Mohamed Salah 4 in the game. And the Senegalese will start. And with the Grand Stade de Tangier, that is going to be the very first game against the Egyptians. And Rich, I like the pre-match press conferences that went on, especially the one for the Egyptians and then the Senegalese. No, Rich, I've heard a lot of people say when it comes to pure and proper football in the AFCON, Nigeria have only played better than the Senegalese. I mean, I disagree, Kakra. I think the Senegalese are better. Only a more improved side. Only defensively very resolute. And when it comes to the attacking third of the game, they are top. The game will come down to the middle of the park. And that is why I think I bet you friend Pap Gay from Villarreal, the difference maker. When he plays Eliban in Diaye on the right, and that means Ismail Sabet and and have Pap Gay leading the midfield now, it's a good one. Of course, Khalid Koulibaly at the back and Edouard Mendy. That experience with Sadio Mane, which Senegal will go through. Whilst on the Nigerian side, I think the Nigeria for also upset the Moroccans tonight. In fact, I think that Nigeria will win this AFCON. I have a strong conviction say Nigeria for be winning AFCON. and it starts.
As I'm assuming the same thing.
Yeah, I think it's Nigeria for winning AFCON.
Me sure my first game.
Yeah.
I was like, as a Nigerians, no person just said, look.
Yeah.
The last time I could find it,
yeah, exactly.
This is our time.
And they've come of age. Yeah. The Nigerians have come of age. And this team has played together for a very long time. You see, people forget in the first 30 minutes of the last final, Nigeria and Ivory Coast ball Abidjan, they were the dominant side. Until the fans and of course Ahmad Diallo free bench by like all of these things happen, the Nigerians began to drop their shoulder. So it's a team that will know how to play against the Moroccans. Eric, Morocco for now are going 50 years without an AFCON trophy. In fact, the last time they were here was in 2004 or so. So for them also, it's a big deal for them.
Again,
very tough.
Against Tanzania,
yeah.
Against Algeria, the same thing.
Yeah.
But I think against Morocco,
very tough.
Very tough.
Even for the Moroccans,
match.
And I passing me Eric Shell kind on a pre-match press conference. Shell say, the boys not break, and I think it's a mind game. Into on team pressing Morocco for an aggressive. Into actually sort of telling Morocco for one say, yeah, game plan you did Ben your boy. Because if you watch Morocco versus Cameroon, it was a very aggressive game. Morocco for one press pa. So Nigeria would want to also reserve a game plan, playing different way, find ways to press because I know Morocco for one ball. Which for me, I don't know how it's going to happen, but I think
two West Africans or mobile final.
Yeah, I think so.
Senegal, Nigeria.
Yeah, means West African bias from quarter final and sure they are, but I think that is what you are going to get.
Nigeria, Egypt.
It is the final. Oh,
Egypt for no minimum half corner ball.
Which not against the recent Senegalese.
I know. Only half corner.
It's an experienced Senegalese side.
I'm gonna take all my chances. That's all. A moment, you know. They pounce.
Not against one of the best defenses in the AFCON this season. The Khalid Koulibaly's at the back. I think there's a good one. Mamifa and then matches need boss, so the coach will be there. And now, Rich, we need your coach, you know. And like I've always been saying, congratulations to Bia. Today is a big chance it will be DB. And that matches no on even in Spain, England, Germany. A lot of good games. Coach ne started free 18 or 20 or near the identity foul pen or paper not sure coach na coach very important. First one no a BW2322 sorry BW322 FA23A. Second one a BW322 FF351. Third one a BW3200 C23. Fourth one a BW323 02 ACA and a fifth one a BW323 05